My name is Paula Shepherd-Tebow. My pronouns are she and her. I am the Executive Director for the Corner Brook Status Women Council, and the Corner Brook Status Women Council is a pro-choice, feminist-based organization focused on gender equality, equity, and social justice. We've been established in our community since 1974. Our two main operations is the operation of the Corner Brook Women's Center, which is a drop-in space for anyone from the community who requires support, education, or resources. And we also operate Vesta Place, which is a supportive housing unit for women who are experiencing homelessness. Next slide, please. So our question really focused on what elements must be considered for the viability of a social enterprise in the Crestview area. So for those of you who are not from the Corner Brook area, Crestview is an area that's home to primarily residents of Newfoundland and Labrador Housing Corporation. There are very few services within its neighborhood, and we really wanted to look at how do we help bolster both the services within that area, as well as work with the community to build both social equity and look at what their needs are around employment. Next slide, please. The focus has been on individuals. Individuals who have traditionally been underemployed, experience poverty and or homelessness. And central to the project is the idea that while any goods or services that arise from this adventure might be utilized by the wider community of Corner Brook, it must benefit those within the neighborhood first. We took a lot of time to really engage with community members and build trust. That was a very big focus for us because we wanted to be collaborative in how we worked with the community, and we definitely didn't want to be the community organization that came in and told them what was best for them. They needed to be engaged from the beginning in terms of establishing what it is they wanted, what they might support in the community, as well as what they might expect from us as an organization that might be coming in and trying to establish this type of a social enterprise. Next slide, please. So our researcher, Melissa, did a lot of work in the community, and she, as most of you know, COVID also hit, so we had to move a lot of our research to virtual. We did a lot of needs assessments, and there were a wide range of wants and needs. We went into this expecting that there might be some type of a physical storefront type of social enterprise. And there were lots of ideas that came forward, including things like bakeries, cafes, arts and crafts stores, and even thrift store concepts. Other research that came out of those needs assessment also delved into the barriers that people encountered in gaining employment and the skills that they considered essential to being hired and being considered a good employee. What we came to realize is that the type of businesses that many people were suggesting were already in existence in some form within the city. The issue that most residents had was access to it. For those of you that don't live here in the Corner Brook area, our public transit system is relegated to once an hour busing system that runs from about 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening. There's no evening or weekend service, and many individuals find it not adequate, not timely, and really found it inaccessible in terms of being able to move throughout their day and access the everyday activities that they wanted to access. So due to the recognition that transportation was really the barrier to access, the project actually pivoted its focus and started looking at a community transit enterprise concept as a way to help minimize and alleviate these barriers, help improve the daily lives of residents by increasing access and engagement and creating sustainable positive change. Next slide, please. The opportunities that we found through this is that we are having ongoing dialogue with the city who provide the current public transit. They decided to engage in their own type of needs assessment shortly after we had concluded ours. They're currently reviewing the recommendations and hope to put some to council soon. They do recognize that there is a need for some change. However, we are still looking at a model that can complement the current offerings, and we've been in continued consultation with the city in regards to that. We have drafted a business plan, and we are hoping to move forward once the new municipal council is in place and starts making some decisions, we're hoping to move forward on our plan. We're currently working with a business consultant through a program called InnoWeave, and they have experience in rural transit models in other parts of Canada. And we're also exploring funding opportunities for the purchase of some vehicles. And lastly, we just wanted to thank the people that have been involved in this, especially to the residents of the Crestview area for sharing their insights and knowledge, which have been instrumental in this project, to our steering committee members for their guidance, and also to NLWIC and its funding partners for funding this project and allowing us to explore this topic. Within the not-for-profit, we're often kept very busy with the frontline work, and we often don't get the chance to really delve into research, so we appreciated the fact that this funding was available to do this type of work. Thank you so much.